Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Don't worry, we're not getting started quite yet. We're just saying hello. My name is Fred Northup Jr. We're still less than 10 minutes away from our main event that starts at 7 p.m. on the dot. Now, we are live here in the studio, reminding you that now is the time. Text all your friends and family, TikTok dance them, or skywrite, whatever you do. Just make sure that everyone that you know is watching this program at 7 o'clock. Make sure that people are also bidding and placing their final bids on that silent auction as well. Now, to do that, you just have to go to kindering2021.ggo.bid. Or if you've got a bidding link that you may have received in either as an email or text, you can click on that. Now, here's how I suggest you do this. I suggest actually that you use two screens to watch this event. You've got one to watch on, like a laptop, and then a second one to bid on. But either way, head right now to kindering2021.ggo.bid right this second and start bidding. We have incredible jewelry and art and wine and travel and dining and so much more. Plus, all of the live auction items, they're all up for bid right now, including a really cute puppy that just arrived here in the studio, but we'll talk about that later. But focus on the silent auction because that's going to close first at 7:10 p.m. Not only that, but everyone who registers on Greater Giving, you will be automatically entered to win one of two different prizes. We've got tickets to the Burke Museum. We also have a $100 gift card to Purple Cafe and Wine Bar or Barrio or any of the other restaurants of the Heavy Restaurant Group. So again, you've got just over 15 minutes left to place your final bids on the silent auction closing at 7:10. But for now, grab your friends, fill that glass of wine, keep bidding, and we will see you right here when we go live with the main show at 7 p.m.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Austri Stanhope, and this is my husband, Matt. And these are our daughters, Kaylee and Savannah. And our family was blessed to have the support of the incredible team at Kindering for almost day one. Kaylee was just 1 month old when I first picked up the phone to call Kindering. And from that moment on, they were there for our family every step of the way.
We are honored to be the chairs for this year's auction gala. While we miss seeing your faces and toasting Kindering in person, we hope you will leave this evening feeling inspired. Thank you in advance for raising your paddles high and opening your hearts for these very special kids.
Well, thank you so much to the Stanhope family, and welcome all to Kindering's 27th Annual Auction Gala. It is sure to be an enchanting evening. And thank you, of course, to our wonderful event chairs, Matt and Austri Stanhope. Thank you. Well, my name is Fred Northup Jr. I'm honored to be back with you as your virtual MC and auctioneer tonight. We have an exciting evening planned for you. You'll get to hear some inspiring stories from Kindering staff and families and hear from Kindering leadership. And by being here, you are helping children of diverse abilities and their families by providing the finest education and therapies. You are nurturing hope and courage and the skills to soar. So thank you for what you're about to do. Now, one way to support our families, of course, is by bidding. All of the auction items, they're all up for bid right now, but focus on the silent auction because the silent closes first at 7:10 p.m. Then we're going to actually close down the auction items later in our program. And in a few minutes, I'll also give you the opportunity to support our families by giving directly to Kindering's Innovation Fund. Your donations this evening ensure that Kindering's innovative spirit continues to thrive. And so we hope that you are inspired to stretch just like Kindering for the more than 7,000 infants, children, and families that you are supporting tonight. Now, if you're just joining us, welcome. First things first, you got to log in so that you can bid and donate. Now, to do that, just go to kinderingauction2021.ggo.bid. Or if you got a bidding link, maybe you received that on your cell phone or maybe by email, you can click that as well. Now, when you're there, if you need to register or log back in, you can click the words that say Get Started. You're going to enter your information, click the gavel icon, and then jump in to bid and donate. Not only that, but as a bonus, everyone who registers to bid or donate on Greater Giving, you will be automatically entered to win tickets to the Burke Museum or to win a $100 gift card to Purple Cafe and Wine Bar, to Barrio, or any of the other restaurants in the Heavy Restaurant Group. Now, if you're watching, if you ever have any problems or questions, just reach out to us in the YouTube chat. In fact, say hi in the YouTube chat. We love hearing from you. We love knowing where you're watching from, why you're watching, what your connection is here tonight. We're seeing everyone, Judith Pierce saying really excited about being here tonight. There's so many great things to bid on this year. Jennifer saying hello. Stephanie Brown saying hello. Yes, Stephanie Brown already watching the Labradoodle. So thank you for saying hi in the YouTube chat and for checking in. By the way, we're using YouTube and technology. Of course, technology never fails. We've all experienced that this year. But if anything ever happens technically with your live stream, you can always just restart the stream, and that usually fixes most problems. So when in doubt, refresh. All right, so to officially kick things off, I'd like to introduce Phil Banta, the president of Kindering's board of directors. He's going to share about how Kindering has continued to serve children of diverse abilities through the past year and the changes that have taken place as we have all been working to recover from the impacts of the pandemic.
Good evening. My name is Phil Banta, and as the president of Kindering's board of directors, I want to welcome and thank you for joining us for our 27th annual auction gala. I'm so very grateful that each of you made it a priority to be here tonight. If you're anything like me, you've already spent countless hours in virtual meetings this week. I promise, this is a meeting that you will leave feeling energized and inspired. Kindering has helped tens of thousands of families in our community for nearly 6 decades. My own family has found support here, and we are forever grateful. I look forward to the day when we can safely gather in person again. I have my sights set on hosting an awesome party to celebrate Kindering's 60th anniversary in 2022. It will feel amazing to be together again and toast that milestone. Ample research tells us 85% of brain development is completed by age 3. You heard that right, 85% of a child's brain development is completed in the first 1,000 days of life. How quickly can that go by? For perspective, almost half of that time has passed since the beginning of the pandemic. It goes fast. Every day is critical. Because of this fleeting developmental window, Kindering, our staff and families cannot wait for impacts of the pandemic to pass. Kindering supports more than 7,000 children with special needs and their families. Sadly, this represents only a fraction of the children needing therapies. Supporting our children now is more important than ever. Embracing many of our core values, innovation, creativity, integrity, excellence, and responsibility last year, Kindering staff quickly and skillfully shifted to 100% virtual service delivery to meet the unique and pressing needs of our families during a global crisis. I'm not done with the numbers, they get bigger. In 2020, Kindering staff provided 40,000 virtual sessions of speech therapy, physical and occupational therapy, specialized education, parent coaching, and more. Importantly, Kindering's virtual services were effective. Children enrolled in virtual services in 2020 continued to make incredible developmental gains. As effective as virtual services were and are, we know that they don't work for every family or every child. To ensure those with the greatest medical and equity needs could meet their developmental goals, Kindering staff began safely reintroducing in-person support in early August. Since that time, we have safely provided thousands of in-person therapy sessions, with many more planned as we all collectively rebound from the pandemic. The pandemic impacted all of us in many unanticipated ways, emotionally, financially, and socially. Thanks to strong investment by donors for decades, Kindering's uncompensated care fund ensured that all children and families needing our services could find support regardless of their financial need. Thank you. Your investment in our mission is changing lives. Your financial support means Kindering's children don't lose ground even in an unprecedented year like 2020. Your support allows the organization's talented team to continue to innovate and adapt our service model to see more and more children with in-person services at their homes and at our campus locations. Campuses are now outfitted with PPE, updated HVAC systems, and more. Kindering's successes over the past year are a testament to the courage of our children and families. They demonstrated the dedication, nimbleness of Kindering's skilled staff and were possible thanks to people like you. Tonight, we are here for one reason and one reason only: to make certain that every single child and family gets the crucial early education and support services they need and deserve in 2021 and beyond. Now I want to speak with you, not as a board president, but as a parent. I have 2 children, and I wake up every morning wanting them to thrive. Like every parent, I want them to reach their goals and achieve their dreams. It doesn't matter if your child has attended Kindering. The child learning and playing alongside them may have. And it is thanks to Kindering doing what they do best, narrowing the developmental gaps, that they can learn and play side by side. All of these children, mine, yours, each one at Kindering, is the future. They are all incredible, and it is our job to support them to thrive. It is our responsibility as grandparents, parents, friends, and supporters to gift them this opportunity. I mentioned a lot of numbers tonight, but now it's time to reach for the biggest number of them all. So please, when you think about what you want to give tonight, give generously and reach deep. Knowing your gift will make a difference in the lives of many. You've heard it said many times that we are all in this together. Tonight, let us focus on how our kids have also been in this together. With you and our families, we will not miss a moment to make a difference. From the board of directors and our entire staff at Kindering, thank you again for being part of our team.
Well, thank you so much, Phil. You know, it's so great to hear about Kindering's work that we get to support tonight. Now, a reminder, you can support this work by bidding. All of the live auction items, they're all up for bid right now. The silent auction is closing down as we speak at 7:10 p.m. You know, we also have a lot of people who support the mission of Kindering, and we want to thank them right now. So I'd like to start by thanking our presenting sponsor for this evening, USI Insurance Services. We are so grateful for their support. Also, a huge thank you to our platinum sponsors, Baird, Symetra, and Williams Kastner. Now, look at this. We're going to get to say hi to Kindering CEO. She is live on something called Zoom. Perhaps you've heard of Zoom. Anyone out there tried Zoom? Maybe. But please welcome our CEO, Dr. Lisa Greenwald. Hello, Lisa. So good to see you. I love that I'm seeing you down on a monitor down here. You've got a great group of people with you tonight. So I'm curious, who are you hanging out with over there?
For the vaccine. And we are joined here by just a few of Kindering supporters tonight. We have board members Cheryl Willert and Amy Rearsgard and their spouses, and Kindering friends and past event guests, Rachel and Jeff, and Megan and Prosper. So say cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
So good to see you. Now, we missed the first 30 seconds of what you said. We were having, like, this is, well, two things. Number one.
Well, I'm happy to say it again.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Let's do it
number one, this is how we know that it's live, that it's truly live.
Yes,
and number two,
live.
this is how we know that it's Zoom. And so I said hello and that you had a small gathering, and I know, and you were just doing some quick introductions. So let's take it from the top, because I do want to make sure we know who's partying at your place.
Okay, great. Yes. My husband, Ralph, and I are hosting a small get-together to celebrate Kindering here in Snoqualmie. And because I know some of you might be wondering, we are all fully vaccinated, including my own 16-year-old and Kindering alum, Braden, who is medically higher at risk than most. So we are really grateful for the vaccine. And we are joined here by just a few of many of Kindering supporters that are out there. We have board members Cheryl Willert and Amy Rearsgard and their spouses. And we also have Kindering friends and past event guests, Rachel and Jeff, and Megan and Prosper. So now we're going to say cheers again. Maybe
I like
it's twice.
Right,
I'm not
you can't
sure.
say cheers too many
Cheers.
times. Yeah, you can't say cheers too many times. So fun seeing everyone, and some people in masks even in disguise. I love it. Well, I love seeing everyone gathered together. As a fellow vaccinated person, this is the fun, this is the joy that we finally get to see each other in person. So I'm curious, Lisa, what are you most excited about in tonight's program?
Well, as you might imagine, I have seen a little preview of what's to come, and I am so excited for all of our guests to briefly hear 4 touching family stories and to hear from 3 of our amazing staff members. When we talk about what makes Kindering so special, in addition to our children and families, of course, it is without a doubt our staff. They're truly dedicated, caring, and talented, and you will get to hear from Juan, Mika, and Aaron, who will represent well. And our board president, Phil, as he mentioned, I promise tonight you'll feel energized and inspired by the stories that you hear.
I love that. I can't wait. Well, I'm also curious. We've got a lot of amazing auction items tonight, including a relative of a very cute puppy who is here in the studio with us right now. Is there anything catching your eye, and are you making sure that everyone is bidding at your party?
Yes, I just checked on that, and they are definitely ready to bid. And in terms of my husband and I, we are looking to bid on the long weekend adventure over to Suncadia. Hopefully with my siblings, their families, and my mom. We haven't all gotten together yet since the beginning of this pandemic. So now that we know how to do that safely, that would be amazing. But I have to give a shout out to the donors of this package, Matt and Austri Staniff. They're event chairs for tonight, so you'll hear from them a few times, as well as Christine Martin and Tom Barga. And you might remember Tom from when he hiked the Pacific Crest Trail to raise money for Kindering. And they've teamed up together to support Kindering again with this auction item. So we'll see what happens.
I know, I love what they've put together. Plus, Suncadia is one of my favorite places. You know, Kindering has such incredible supporters. So Lisa and Ralph, I'm be on the lookout for you as we're closing out that Adventure in Sancadia package. Good luck. I hope to see you win, or at least, second place is fun, but winning is really fun. So thank you for popping in live with us to say hi tonight from your party. It was so wonderful to chat with all of you. I'm going to let you get back to your party, so I'm going to say an official goodbye.
Okay, we're all going to say goodbye. Bye.
Oh my gosh, so great to see everyone together. Lisa, so great to chat with you. Fun to see your garden party. I know we have some other small gatherings happening tonight. I wish we could say hi to all of you, but hello from the studio here. By the way, we've got some of the mocktails right here. We're enjoying our mocktails as you enjoy yours. All right, so let's move forward. We talked about Kindering and their exceptional staff, but we want you to meet the children and families that you are helping tonight. So first, I'd like to introduce you to Mika, a special educator at Kindering, who will introduce you to our first featured family.
My name is Mika Aoyama. I'm a special educator, and I have been at Kindering for almost 2 years now. During the pandemic, it has looked a little bit different in terms of how I've been providing services to children and families. One of the things that I have really enjoyed during this time is being able to utilize teleintervention in a different way and being able to individualize some of the supports I've been providing using technology. And so thinking about trying video modeling, using social stories, and recording my own voice so that kiddos hear me reading the story to them has been really beneficial, and something that I've gotten a lot of great feedback from families on that has been really helpful in helping their child learn how to wear a mask and tolerate different things that have been going on this last year. One of the things that I find really rewarding and empowering working with children and families is being able to support them and meeting them where they're at on their journey. It's often a very long process and can be a really difficult time and challenging to navigate. And so I really have enjoyed being able to support families within that process and navigating early intervention services and really helping children and families build that confidence to be able to feel ready when they're leaving Kindering services and moving on from early intervention. I'm so excited to introduce Haven. I have been working with Haven and his family for the last 1.5 years in our Cubs program. He is very social, super bubbly, and just a really fun little guy to be around. He always brings a smile to our face, and so I'm hoping that he brings a smile to yours as you learn about his story.
If I could talk to a parent who was getting ready to call Kindering for the first time, I would say, I know you're scared, and I promise you it will be okay. This is the best place that you could possibly be, and you are in the best hands that you could possibly be in. My son was 18 months old and got flagged on some milestone developmental delays. And so we were referred to Kindering for a developmental evaluation. That started our story here. I was terrified. I didn't know anything about autism. I didn't know anything about developmental delays. It was the unknown. I remember very well one of the providers taking me aside and handing me a box of tissues and just rubbing my back and saying, it's gonna be okay.
Whoa, that's a big one.
My hope was that I had found a place that would help me build my toolbox and help my son build his toolbox so that we could learn together. When we first started with Kindering, Haven started receiving occupational therapy and educational therapy at home. He was also in Kindering's co-op class. That was his first exposure to peers who also had different developmental needs. Watching my son interact with his care team, Mika and Melina specifically, is so fulfilling because he is so joyful and he loves to connect. Dual attention is something that we worked on for a long time, which is getting him to play with a toy, but turn to an adult and say, look at what I'm doing, watch me. So he's bringing in someone else's attention. And now to see him do it effortlessly and fluidly is something that makes my heart so happy.
You did it, Haven. I did it.
Because he feels like he can finally get the words out that have been in his head. As soon as COVID hit, everything changed. Our team at Kindering really had to pivot. What they ended up doing for us was having weekly check-in calls with different members of his team and focusing on different areas of his needs and his challenges he was facing at the time. As we continued that work, Haven's language started to evolve and he was better able to communicate his needs.
Eyes on the paper.
Seeing him make those leaps feels like flying, because I know that no matter what happens for my son in the future, I will be able to communicate with him and have a reciprocal relationship with him, and I didn't know if that was possible. My dreams for Haven are that he feels whole, that he feels like he can do anything. He has seen through the help of his care team that he can do hard things and he can do new things, and that if he doesn't get it the first time, he can try again. Whatever he wants to do that makes him feel like a happy, whole human being on this planet, those are my dreams for him.
How remarkable are Abby and Haven? Amazing. That little wave at the end just melts my heart. The impact that Kindering has had for their family is incredible. And remember, you make stories like that happen. So keep them in mind as we head into our live auction. Now, before we give you the opportunity to raise your virtual paddle and make a tax-deductible donation, we're going to finish the bidding on our first 2 auction items. And before we get there, just a reminder that to bid, you simply have to go to kinderingauction2021.ggo.bid, or maybe you got a bidding link already either on your cell phone or email. And if you're there for the first time, or if you need to log back in, you can always click the words that say get started. But before we actually even get to the live auction, we're going to play a brand new game called the Wheel of Fun. Now, everyone who registered on Greater Giving, you were automatically entered. So we're gonna take a look at the names on the wheel right here. Look at all those names. That's all of you registered bidders. Thank you for your generosity. Our first prize is tickets to the Burke Museum. Now, everyone ready? We're gonna spin the wheel now. Here we go. Round and round it goes. Who's gonna win our first prize of the night here? It is... Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, so much drama. Judith Pierce and John Walter, congratulations. You are our first winners. Now don't worry, second place people. We have another prize that we're going to give away at the end of our program. We have a $100 gift certificate to any of the restaurants in the heavy restaurant group that we will give away later. So stay tuned. You could find yourself at Purple Cafe and Wine Bar or Barrio or any of their other restaurants. But now, as promised, we're going to get to the live auction. Now, normally when we are together in person, of course, we close the live items one at a time. But tonight, because we're virtual, we're actually going to close them in groups of 2. Now, all of the live auction items, they are all up for bid right now. So you can be bidding on every single live item right now. But closing down first will be items number 1 and 2. So item number 1 is the Cayuse wine. And item number 2 is the Labradoodle puppy. Now, I've been talking a lot about this Labradoodle puppy, so before we start our timer, we're going to bring out Churro, the Labradoodle puppy. Churro is here with Claire. And then Claire, who are you here with?
I'm here with Edie.
Edie, hi Edie. Oh my gosh, and there's Churro. Everybody's, oh my gosh, look at Churro right there. Now, Churro, how old is Churro now?
Churro is 4 months old.
4 months old. Okay, so Churro is 4 months old. And you were saying that Churro, oh my gosh, Churro just barked at Churro. Churro is looking at the monitor that shows the live feed, and Churro is seeing Churro, which obviously, that's scary. He wants to play. He's ready to go. All right, so Churro is currently, oh my gosh, I love that Churro. Will you show us the bidding on Churro real quick when you get a sec there? Churro has been very popular. The next bid advance is $6,480. So before we start our timer, I just want to let everyone know, if you need help bidding on multiple items, or if you just really want to win, here is a professional tip. Just click bid more on any item. When you click bid more, you'll actually have two choices. You can bid more instantly, like if you want to jump the bid from $6,400 to $8,000 because you just want to win and you love supporting a great cause, you can jump the bid, or you can actually set a max bid. Now, when you click bid more and then click max bid, the computer will automatically bid for you each time you're outbid, all the way up to your max bid. And I'm telling you, I've watched a lot of virtual auctions. This is the way to support Kindering and to win. So set your max bid really high so you don't get outbid at the last second. Now, if you're not 100% sure you're seeing the most recent bids, just refresh your bidding page. So everyone get ready to bid on items 1 and 2. We're going to put 3 minutes on the clock officially. On your mark, get set, bid. All right, so before we get to the puppy, let's talk about our first auction package. Incredible bottles from Cayuse. Here, I'm looking, there we go. Did you miss the chance to bid on this live item last year? Well, here's your chance for a great package to replenish your cellar with some of the hardest to find wines in Washington State from our friends at Cayuse. Now, Cayuse, one of the great cult wines of America, was created by Christophe Baron, the biodynamic pioneer who produces hit after hit here in the Pacific Northwest. These wines are available exclusively to those on the coveted closed Cayuse mailing list. Even members have trouble getting many of these wines. Now, I know, by the way, that is a closed list because I've been on the wait list for Cayuse for many years. I said that last year, and it's still true this year. I'm still on the wait list. So you get to stock your cellar with this incredible collection of highly coveted Cayuse classics, all of which are hard to acquire, especially given that we have some library wines that we're offering tonight as well. So you'll see that 2010 Flying Pig, the 2010 Widowmaker, both got 97 points from Robert Parker. We'll just scroll through these. We've got so many great, the 98-point Horsepower Grenache, the 98-point Tempranillo. There's a 99-point God Only Knows Grenache there's so many great wines. So make sure you're bidding quickly. The Bionic Frog Syrah, certainly very hard to acquire. So I'm looking here at the Ultimate Cayuse Collection right now in the lead. The Mallory family has been going back and forth. If we can scroll down there, we'll see who they're bidding against. The Mallory family been going back and forth with the Radu family, and we had the Mallory family going back and forth. That's really, it's those two are the ones who are going crazy. So we're gonna see who gets this. You've got just over 1 minute left. Meanwhile, look who is here next to me. I can't tell you how many families I know who have a quarantine puppy. For my family, having our 2 dogs this past year has been really especially joyful. So here is your opportunity to bring home years and years of joy to your home. Tonight we have a very special guest, Churro. Not the dog that you're gonna get, but Churro and the dog you'll get are the same mom. The same mom. So if you win tonight's auction, your pup will be available for pickup fall of 2021. Can we see the timer? I want to make sure there we go. So we've got 42 seconds left. Great. So Claire, by the way, is a motor therapy manager at Kindering Bellevue who recently adopted and fell in love with Churro from Aladdin Australian Labradoodles. So thank you so much for bringing Churro in tonight. And I know that he's added a lot of fun to your family. Is that right?
Oh yeah, he's been so fun.
Oh my gosh.
Everything we've dreamed of.
Edie, do you like having a puppy? Is he soft? Yes, we learned from Edie that that's one of his favorite things. He's low shedding, allergy friendly breed, loving, playful with your kids. So time is running out on this item. We've got a lot of bidding happening. $9,450 is in the lead. You got to bid quickly if you want this. Now, keep bidding on your phone just in case there's a slight delay between when time runs out and when the auction items actually close. Because of course we're using the internet. We're using the internet right here. Uh-oh, Churro's getting all tied up. This is the joy of a puppy, my friends. So again, but time has run out, so we are gonna be closing down those items right now. Thank you to all of our bidders. Thank you to Churro for joining us. Yes, so again, we're closing these down right now. So Yes, so we'll advance here. We're done with our live auction. Those first two are gone. Again, congratulations to our winners. We're shutting those down as quickly as we can. You can see it happens quickly. So we're going to navigate to our two live auction items that we're going to do next. Now remember, set a maximum bid, click the button that says bid more, then set your max bid and click the button that says max bid so your device automatically bids for you. All right, we're going to do that again, this time without a really cute puppy. Our next two items to close down are numbers 3 and 4. That's the 4 100-level Seahawks tickets and the 5 nights at Iron Springs. So again, we've got 3 minutes on the clock so you can finish your bidding. Both of these items will go away when the clock hits 0. So on your mark, get set, bid. All right, we're going to start with number 3, which is 4 Seahawks tickets. If you're being actually there with the roar of the 12s, I know exactly how you feel. So now is your chance to get back in the game with the Hawks. They just released the lineup. It's going to be another amazing, awesome season. You can pick almost any game except for the September 19th home opener and the December 5th game versus the 49ers. Any other game could be yours. That means you can choose to see the Hawks take on the Rams, the Jaguars, the Cardinals, the Bears, the Lions. If you want to go to Monday Night Football with the Saints, you can be there. Not only that, you'll be among the lucky fans returning to the stadium this season with 4 great 100-level charter seat tickets. Amazing seats, section 132, right behind the Seahawks. Not only that, but you'll get a Chris Carson autographed football. Carson re-signed with the Hawks. He's officially back. So right now, in the lead on that Seahawks item, we're taking a look here. Currently, right now, we've got the Rachel Gonzalez and Dr. Jeff Martin in the lead, outbidding Richard Lavoie. Richard, you got to jump back in. Paul and Nicole, you're in there as well. You've got to jump back in. So make sure you're bidding quickly. Make sure you're setting that high max bid. The top bid, $1,320. You've got to bid $1,415. And if we can scroll down, I just want to see some of the other names here. We had Paul and Nicole and Pat and Deborah. Ambika, you were all in there at one point. You were seeing the Hawks, but you got to go big right now. All right, meanwhile, let's talk about item number 4, 5 nights at Iron Springs. Nestled along the shores of the Pacific Ocean in beautiful Copalis Beach, Washington, Iron Springs Resort has served as a serene oceanside destination for vacationing families and romancing couples alike for over 70 years. Take a look at that view right there. That could be you sitting in that Adirondack chair. From the ultra dog-friendly policies to the luxurious accommodations, Iron Springs Resort has it all, including 24 cabins, all located practically within arm's reach of the water. You can see how beautiful it is right there. Iron Springs is a memorable and scenic vacation destination year-round for vacationing families and smitten newlyweds, as well as class and family reunions. So you get to enjoy friendly bonfires, extraordinary clam digs, and so much more. When you win, you'll get this 5-night stay in a 1 or 2 bedroom cabin. So let's take a look at this page here. Christopher and Amy Roble, you are currently in the lead at $2,000. Everyone else, you've got to go $2,200. I can see that Shara, you were outbid. Douglas and Mary, you were outbid. Amit and Anna and Joe Brown, you've all been outbid. There can only be one person or one couple or one family on vacation, and this is your chance to be that. 5 nights at Iron Springs. All right, time has run out. We have hit 0. Again, keep bidding on your phone just in case there's a slight lag since we're using the internet. But right now we are closing down those items as quickly as we can. And that's it. We are halfway through our live auction. Now remember, we have 4 more amazing live auction items coming up later in our program. You can bid on those right now and set your max bids right this second. Plus, we're going to give away that $100 gift card to everyone who registered to bid or donate on Greater Giving. So stick around. Now, all of those live items, again, those 4, they're all up for bid, but we're going to pause right now and give everyone the opportunity to change lives with us right now by making a tax-deductible donation. Now, first, we get to hear from another Kindering family who understands firsthand the impact of your generosity. With 23 programs, every family's journey is unique and is based on their kiddo's individualized service plan. Now, I know that you will be inspired by this next family, so without further ado, here is their physical therapist, to introduce you.
My name is Erin Keniston. I am a physical therapist with Kindering, working out of the Renton campus for almost 4 years now. And I absolutely love working in early intervention. One of the benefits we have is providing services for children in their natural environments, which oftentimes is right in their home. As of March 2020, we no longer had that option. And for the sake of the health and safety of Kindering staff and their families and the families we serve, we had to find a different way to continue providing services. Thankfully, Kindering had the foresight to implement tele-intervention services in 2015, and we were able to immediately provide 100% virtual services and continue providing services for families. This, of course, brought about a variety of challenges. And one of the biggest challenges is in the important work that we do in building relationships with the families that we're working with. It looks and feels a lot different on video as compared to being in the home and sharing space. But one thing I noticed early on is that although we may not physically be together and we may not be sharing a single space, we're still sharing our spaces. Immediately when we jump into that Zoom meeting, I get to see where the family's at, and they get the rare opportunity to see where I'm at. Might be my kitchen, might be my dining room, might be my guest room. But we're able to make those same connections and just build those relationships in a different way. The absolute best part of the work that I do is helping families and parents to build confidence in their skills to help support their children as they grow and develop in whatever way and however that might look and feel best and most successful for them. The Johnson family is actually one of the first families I was able to transition back to in-person services with after meeting and working together virtually for 6 months. From our very first meeting, it was abundantly clear that this is a family who is beyond extraordinary.
We have been married for 5 years this August.
Last year, we welcomed our very first child, Kalia Joy, into this world, who also has a rare genetic syndrome called Pfeiffer syndrome. It's where the sutures of the skull prematurely fuses. And it's so rare that it's 1 in 100,000.
When the doctor sat us down and gave us her diagnosis and kind of what the future could look like, there was this unknown. There was a lot of unknown.
Right away, as she's born, she started crying right after she came out, which was a great sign because she was getting all the air out and all the liquid out of her lungs, but then she stopped breathing. As a parent and as a first-time parent and as someone who's just overwhelmed with emotions, I didn't know how to feel. All I know is that I was gonna be attached to her anywhere she went.
It was like day one that we got reunited as a family, and the doctor came into the hospital room and he kind of shared the trajectory of surgeries. But the first one we couldn't do until she gained some weight. So she was so small. And to think that they're gonna do a craniectomy, like I literally went home and looked it up and just like, you're gonna open my baby skull. And it was those hard moments of knowing that the surgery was gonna be the best thing for her, but having to see her get wheeled away. You become a parent and you feel like you can protect your child from all of these things, and that was quickly taken away from us.
As new parents and as parents of a medically complex child, there's no manual for any of this stuff.
We spent about 5.5 months in the hospital, from the NICU to the floor. We connected with Kindering early on from the hospital. When we were getting ready to discharge, we had PT in the hospital, which really helped Callie. And they shared that once we got home, that we'd also have some services in home. And this was such a new process for us both of trying to just get home and get acclimated, and to find out that we were gonna have some resources that were gonna help Callie hit those milestones with like, whew. What's so beautiful about Kindering is they come up with a full plan. Keep coming. Keep coming. So one of the big milestones that we were working on is for Callie to sit up and then stand and then walk. And the fact that here she is at 15 months, sitting up, standing, and taking steps is amazing. But Kindering has taught me that for all those steps, for her to get there, there's exercises and there's baby steps to get there.
The fact that we've been able to keep it fun, make it a game, she has no idea that what she's doing is actually building towards the goals that we're trying to accomplish, but she just thinks it's just hanging out with mom and dad. Kindering not only came in with this great plan, but they're invested in my daughter in every single milestone that she is reaching for and she's hitting and will continue to reach.
They always say it takes a village to raise a child. We just thought our village was gonna be our parents, our family and friends. We did not realize that our village would be Kindering, our nurses, doctors. And so it's a different village, but it's the village that it takes to get Callie to where she needs to be and to excel.
You know, it's amazing to continually see the resilience and hope that families are finding because of Kindering and because of you. So I hope that you have goosebumps because you make those stories happen. And I hope that you're inspired because now is the time to take action and help more families like Callie's and Haven's. Now, I'd like you to hear right now from our event chairs. Take a look.
As tonight's auction chairs, we are honored to invite you to invest in Kindering. Your donation ensures that children and families have access to the transformational programs and services they deserve.
We are proud to kick things off tonight with a gift in honor of our daughter and thousands of other kiddos. Our family has joined a passionate group of Kindering supporters to contribute matching funds so that your gifts and impact will go even farther tonight.
We hope that you'll take advantage of this exciting match and give more than you thought you would when you first joined us tonight. Thank you for digging deep for these amazing children.
Well, and thank you, Matt and Austri, for your leadership and for being part of our incredible match tonight. Tonight, an esteemed group of Kindering supporters have collectively created a match of over $200,000. That's right, every dollar raised up to our match amount, you will be matched dollar for dollar. So your $5,000 donation right now could become $10,000. Your $1,000 donation becomes $2,000. And we just hope that you are inspired to dig deep. You can see tonight's match, $200,000. We hope that you're inspired to dig deep and perhaps give more than you thought you would, knowing that your gift will be doubled. In fact, did you know that every family can find a place at Kindering regardless of their family's ability to pay? You make that possible. Without you, Kindering could not provide an open, welcoming door to all families. So let's raise our paddles high for our kids. Your phone is your virtual paddle, but the impact is still incredibly profound. So our top level tonight is $25,000. Thank you to everyone who is making a meaningful gift right now. We are watching your gifts coming in live here. I can see that Carol and Elias Alford are joining us with an inspiring gift of $25,000. That's absolutely amazing. There is still time to give at the $25,000 level, or you can click the custom amount button and you can give any amount that is truly meaningful to you. But if you are inspired and if you can join them at $25,000, please do. You can see our thermometer right there. Starting off, we're already at $6,500 during our program. 25 of you have already raised your virtual paddle. You can give more than once if you're inspired. Our next level is $15,000. Remember, your $15,000 pledge will double tonight thanks to the 2021 matching pool of $200,000. And again, as I said, we're not in the same room again this year, but we are still together, live, raising our virtual paddles. And the impact of your gift is just as powerful. So Guy and Sue joining us live, thank you for your generosity. While you all give, Jen and John, thank you for your generosity. I want to thank our lead $15,000 donors. Thank you, Judith Pierce and John Walter. Thank you, Charlene and Frank Blevin, for giving tonight at the $15,000 level. If you can join them at $15,000, please do. And again, you can see some of these gifts coming in live. Judith Pierce and John Walter at $15,000. There's Charlene and Flank coming in live as well. So you can see now at $90,000 and counting. Tom and Catherine, thank you for your generosity. Everyone, we just hope that you dig deep and make a gift that is meaningful to you. Our next level is $10,000. At $10,000, thank you so much to Rich and Tricia LaVoice. Thank you to the True and Gleason families. And thank you to Arnie Ness and Ann Christensen. While you're challenging yourself to dig deep and join them or to make a gift that is truly meaningful to your family, I want to talk a little bit more about what you are making possible. There are 3 critical areas for Kindering to continue recover from the pandemic. And that first area is ensuring the health, safety, and protection of Kindering's families and staff. Just like your homes and offices, Kindering has implemented strong safety protocols for families and staff as they increase in-person services. Safety measures include everything from careful health screenings to campus upgrades like air filtration and additional outdoor therapy spaces. And when you give tonight, you ensure that services are safe today and tomorrow and beyond this pandemic for our families and staff. So again, if you can join us at $10,000, please do. And we're watching your gifts coming in live. Thank you so much to everyone who is digging deep right now. There's the Severinsen family. Thank you, Amy and Torben. We appreciate you. Right there, Ingrid, thank you. We're now at $126,000 and climbing. Let's see what we can do here together with everyone digging deep. I can see Gregory. Can you zoom in on that? Make it a little bit bigger. I've got a lot of screens here in front of me, but Gregory and Carl Ben, thank you. Or Carrie, is that Carrie? Yes, Gregory and Carrie Ben. Thank you for your generosity, a $10,000 gift. That is a transformational gift, and we thank you so much for digging deep and making that happen. We're now at $126,000. Let's keep it going. Our next level is $7,500. Thank you at $7,500 to Susie and Brian Vowwinkle for starting us off at $7,500. If you can join them at $7,500, please do. Remember, your gifts are being matched. We've got this incredible match. So right now you can see your gifts are being matched dollar for dollar. So if you want to join us now at $5,000, look at theirs. Robbie and Kylie, thank you. Your $2,500 just became $5,000 with our match. So remember, $5,000, our next official level. It's going to become $10,000 with our match. We have a lot of $5,000 donors to thank. You can join them. I can see Richard and Jenny Cummins joining us there. Jeremy and Lauren Silvernail joining us at $3,000. Thank you for your generosity. Also at $5,000, Lisa and Ralph Greenwald. Thank you for raising your paddle high. Also board members Phil and Megan Banta. Thank you. Stacy and Jeff Giard. Thank you. Cheryl Willert and Ross Jacobson. Thank you for your generosity. All of those donors at $5,000. If you can join them at $5,000, please do. And again, I've got all these different screens. I'm watching your gifts coming in live on multiple screens. So Tom and Renee, thank you for your generosity. Kate Boatman just took us to over $150,000. Thank you. And look, there's Stacy and Jeff taking us to $155,000. So this is really, it's about a community coming together. You can see we have people giving $50 and $500 and $5,000. We just hope that you are digging deep and thinking about the impact that you're having on the families. So while you give, let's talk about our second critical area that you are supporting tonight. You are helping us dismantle service barriers that were highlighted, of course, by the pandemic. You heard that Kindering created a loaned technology program to support families and access to virtual services. This innovation was implemented by therapists and educators and was funded by supporters like you. And today, Kindering families without necessary technology receive technical assistance by Kindering's IT team, as well as web-enabled devices and internet hotspots so they can securely access Kindering services. This year, Kindering continues to broaden support for current and future Kindering families through the creation of even more inclusive communication, increased document translation, and community feedback. With more than 60 languages spoken by Kindering families, the translation and interpretation services offered at Kindering ensure that all families receive services in a way that works best for them. And you make that possible right now with your $5,000 donation. Again, we're continuing to watch these gifts come in. Again, Jeremy and Lauren Silvernail giving at $3,000. You can give at whatever level is truly meaningful to you. Graham and Gillian, thank you so much for your generosity. We really appreciate that right now. So our next official level is $2,500. Remember, your $2,500 becomes $5,000 with our challenge. So if you haven't joined us yet, perhaps you can join us now at $2,500. Donating $2,500. We're watching your gifts coming in here. Thank you so much. Board members, Glenn Lux and Bill and Kathy Palmer. Thank you for your generosity at $2,500. If you can join them at $2,500, now is the time. You can see, I see it here, and then you see it there. They just took us to $173,000 and counting. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Thank you to everyone who is digging deep. Thank you to people who have given twice. I can see that Peter and Diane Demopoulos just joined us at $2,000. Brett Vandenberg joining us at $2,000. Sydney, thank you for your generosity at $1,500. Sydney Heberling, thank you. Bruce and Katie Piper joining us at $1,500. We've had a lot of people joining us at $1,500. We thank you all for your generosity. Chuck Cohen and Rhonda Levitt also at $1,500. Thank you so much for your generosity there. Jeff and Kim Gerties, thank you for your generosity at $1,200. Laura Brayman giving at $1,000. Remember, you can do that. If there's a level that is meaningful to you, there's a custom button. You can give any amount that you want. So while you all continue to give, let's talk about the third area that you are supporting, growth beyond 2021. And again, we're at 176,000 and climbing. So Kindering's long-term agency goal remains to serve 10,000 children with disabilities and their families per year by 2022. Based on community need, this goal has not decreased during the pandemic. In fact, Kindering staff are starting to see even more families seeking our care now that COVID impacts are subsiding. To ensure that all families in 2021 and beyond can access services, Kindering is committed to expanding on-campus facilities, including expanding their current campuses in Bothell and Redmond, increasing the number of our expert staff, purchasing new therapy equipment, and continuing Kindering's professional development opportunities for their secret to success, their incredible staff. And you can make that happen right now with your donation of $2,500. Now we're at $177,000 and climbing. William and Carolyn, thank you so much for your generosity at $2,000 right there. We now have 60 people who have joined us now, 60 donations coming in, and let's keep it going because our next level is $1,000. Remember, your $1,000 becomes $2,000 with our match. And there we go. Jesse and Christy, thank you so much, taking us over $180,000. Your financial support is imperative to filling these gaps across our community, and you will make sure that no child lacks therapies, education, or resources that they need. You are changing lives with us right now. So we're continuing to see your gifts coming in now. Thank you. We're at $183,000. Our next level is $500. If you can join us at $500, please do. And again, we're watching all of these gifts coming in live. Christopher and Amy Roble, thank you for your generosity to $1,000. Matt and Astrid, again, the Stana family joining us. Thank you for your generosity. And Laura Brayman, Jim and Mary Acker. I'm sure, if I mispronounce anything, by the way, as you know, we're live. We're doing our best. Nicholas and Tina, thank you for your generosity. Also to 1,000, Paul and Allison, thank you. The Mortons, thank you so much. Jack and Karen Donahue, thank you for your generosity. Thad and Lisa Mallory joined us earlier. Thank you for your generosity as well. And Lucy Helm. We have too many people to thank, but that is a good problem to have. So Todd and Renee Erickson, thank you. Our next level is $500. If you can join us at $500, please do. Kate Boatman, we're seeing, and Ingrid Hanu, thank you so much. Douglas Smith, Mary Templeman Smith, Alex and Beth, you can see on this screen over here, joining us live. Or perhaps you can join us at $250 or maybe $100. Remember, gifts at every level are important. They are worth double what you give because of our match, and so they're all going to add up to a big number. Now, and again, as I said, you can click Other and give any amount that is truly meaningful to you. I love seeing these gifts coming in live. Peter and Jennifer, thank you for your generosity. We're now at $184,000. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep raising vital dollars for the families at Kindering. I know that we can do it. So if you haven't joined us yet, here comes Lisa Morris joining us right there, taking us to $185,000. Thank you so much. Remember, your gifts are being matched. Now, if you've already given, thank you. If you haven't given, that giving link, it's right there below me. It's going to stay up and active. Make sure that you donate tonight during the program. And please share this giving opportunity with your friends and family. Make sure you post about Kindering on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget to use hashtag Kindering Auction too, so we can see your posts. However you connect with your friends and family, just please let them know about the work that Kindering is doing and the work that you are supporting. And also, of course, if you work at a company that matches your generosity, like Microsoft and Google and Starbucks and Boeing and Alaska Airlines and BECU and King 5 and so many more, please make sure you take advantage of these matching dollars. Because how incredible is that? You'll be matched by your employer and matched by our challenge fund. So basically tripling your gift there. We're at $185,000. Jermaine, our family from last year that we got to know so well, Jermaine and Marissa Curse, thank you so much to the Curse family joining us at $2,500. We appreciate your generosity and all that you do for Kindering. Heather, thank you for joining us right there. I love just seeing all of these families, new families and returning families. Thank you everybody for opening your hearts and wallets and giving generously tonight. We still have a lot more fun ahead, more live auction items. We're continuing to see your gifts coming in here live. Jordan and Andrea Lott, thank you for your generosity. Love seeing all this. Now, you've heard from our auction chairs a couple of times tonight, and you're probably curious about their Kindering story. So we want you to hear that. I'm happy to share that with you right now. Take a look.
Our daughter, Kaylee, was diagnosed at birth with a perinatal stroke. It was a pretty massive ischemic stroke that affected a large portion of her brain. Kaylee was only a month old. Her neurologist said that her brain was so plastic at the time that the more therapy that she can get, the more work she can get as a young child, the better off she will be.
Through the work with the therapy, she caught on and learned and progressed. Now when you look at her, no one even thinks to know that anything happened to her. So she's really just excelled. We wouldn't be where we are today without the help that we received from Kindering. That I know for sure.
When COVID came and we all went into lockdown, very quickly Kindering pivoted and they said, all right, well, we're doing telehealth. We don't want the kids to go without. So we immediately started having online sessions with her speech therapist. Here, you want to sit down?
We all got used to this, by the way, during the pandemic. This was absolutely a new normal in everyone's life. I don't even know where to start, where we'd be if Kindering didn't exist, because I can't even think of that right now. I, like many parents who are faced with the reality that something went different than you expected. I didn't know where to start. Stressed out. The internet's a scary place because it's so easy to see the worst outcome. And what is just so amazing to me is the positivity, the knowledge, and what Kindering's been able to do for our family and for Kaylee along the way. So I can only think of what it's like to have Kindering in our family's life, have the therapy and the help for Kaylee, and I can't think of anything else to do now except make sure everyone else who's a parent of a child that could use some of the services know about Kindering and be able to use it.
I want Kaylee to have the ability to be all she wants to be. And I think that Kindering has helped set that stage, and it's set her up so that she can do that.
Well, thank you to the whole stand-up family for sharing your story with us. Every time I hear another story about Kindering, I'm still left in awe of these incredible families and staff who work together. So thank you, Matt and Austri, for sharing your story and for championing this auction gala tonight. Now, if you are inspired by their story, inspired by all the stories that you're hearing, we are continuing to see gifts come in live right now. $5,000 from Aaron and Mike Azos. Thank you so much for your generosity. You can see we are now at $360,000 as we start entering those challenge dollars. So we have a goal of $400,000 tonight. So we are very close. If you're inspired, you can give a second gift. Wouldn't that be amazing to make our $400,000 goal tonight? Of course, we will get there as you continue to share this program with families who perhaps weren't able to attend tonight, or with your friends and family who know Kindering through you. So you can continue to share this program so that they can give and we can reach our $400,000 goal. But again, we are at $360,000, which is very close. So if you'd like to give, again, we challenge you to do that and help us get there so we can change lives. So again, thank you to everybody who has given. This program, by the way, is going to archive right here on YouTube at the exact same link. So when our stream officially ends, the whole program will be right here, so you can share this actual YouTube link with your friends and family as well. But we're going to give you another way to support Kindering, and that's through our last 4 auction items of the evening. So get your bidding devices ready. These are going to be great. And we've got 2 more great auction items up for bid that we're going to close down next. So navigate on your bidding device after you've given, of course. After you've clicked Donate to the Innovation Fund, after you've clicked that blue button, navigate on your bidding device to items 5 and 6, because that is what we are closing down next. That is the Suncadia Adventure and the Quilceda versus Leonetti wine item. So remember, click the button that says Bid More, and then set your max bid, and then click the button that says Max Bid. All right, everyone ready to go? Stretch your fingers. Very generous group so far. We're going to put 3 minutes on the clock. On your mark, get set, bid. All right, up next, item number 5, Adventure and Luxury in Suncadia, one of my favorite places. You get to enjoy 3 nights at a scenic mountain lodge nestled atop a ridge in the Nelson Preserve area overlooking the Cle Elum River Valley and Tumble Creek. The lodge offers the feel of a secluded mountain getaway and is still a stone's throw to Suncadia Resort, with access to golf courses, Swiftwater Winery, restaurants, and the lodge. Your oversized lodge features towering cathedral ceilings, an 8-foot hot tub, a massive outdoor fire gas pit, all perched, as you've seen in the photos, on the edge of the ridge with amazing sunsets filtered through the trees. With more than 3,500 square feet of indoor living space, 800 square feet of covered patio space, 5 large bedrooms plus a sleeping loft, there are sleeping accommodations for up to 14 in beds. Plus, you and 3 others will enjoy a morning hike in the mountains around Salmon Lasac and the Alpine Lakes Wilderness with Tom Varga and Christine Martin, who you heard about earlier. You might remember Tom again from the Treks for Tots adventure a few years ago. Well, after your adventure, Tom and Christine, they're going to host you for a sumptuous al fresco feast from the deck of Tom's and Christine's cabin overlooking Lake Cle Elum. So right now, with 90 seconds left on item number 5, currently in the lead, Pat and Deborah, you are in the lead right now, outbidding Paul and Allison. It's Pat and Deborah, Paul and Allison. They've been going back and forth. But take a look at that picture. Take a look at that beautiful house. That could be your vacation. Meanwhile, with item number 6, 2 cult favorites going head-to-head in this fantastic collection of rare wines. Quilceda Creek versus Leonetti Cellar. They're 2 of the most coveted and decorated Washington wines in the world. You get to take home 6 bottles from Leonetti, 6 bottles from Quilceda Creek. Enjoy them now, or you can continue to cellar them for many years to come. All of these are very highly rated wines. In the upper 90s, there's a 2007 and 2008 Quilceda Creek Cabernet Sauvignon. Robert Parker rated those 97 and 98 points. There's a 2017 Quilceda Creek Columbia Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. 2013, so you've got some library wines hiding in there. The 2016 Quilceda Creek Cabernet Sauvignon, 2017. Then you've got Leonetti's, of course, 2015 Leonetti Cellar Reserve Wine, 98 points from Jeb Dunnock. 2014 Leonetti Cellar Reserve, the 2018 Leonetti Sangiovese. 15 seconds left. I hope you're setting your max bids really high. William and Carolyn, you are in the lead. Samantha, you have been outbid. Pat and Deborah, you are outbid. Time is running out now. Remember, keep bidding on your device. I can see we've got a new person taking the lead right there. New person, the top bid, $4,900. Keep bidding until these close on your phone, just in case there's a slight lag. Set your high max bids, but time has run out, so we are closing down those two items as quickly as we can. Congratulations to our winners. My gosh, how much fun. How much fun. All right, now navigate onto live auction number 7 and 8. That is the ultimate Hawaii house and the summer soiree with glass vodka tasting and catering for 8. We are going to put 3 minutes on the clock, and then these two items, they will be gone forever. These are great items. So everyone, on your mark, get set, bid. All right, I know I'm not the only one who is ready for a tropical escape. Take a look at this video, my friends. Sit up close. This is your chance for paradise with the ultimate Hawaii house. And you can see, I am not joking when I say it's the ultimate. This oceanfront estate sleeps up to 12 people. It's located on the beach in Kailua, just 15 minutes east of Honolulu on the island of Oahu. 6 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, a kitchen that most chefs dream of. Nestled on 2 acres of land, your dream vacation home has a stunning swimming pool, hot tub, and the most beautiful sandy beach imaginable at your doorstep. Can we talk about that pool area, by the way? In the center of the estate is the 2,000 square foot, 2-story mahogany pool cabana, complete with its own kitchen and washer dryer and bathroom with a shower, living room space with a large TV and high-speed wireless internet. You've got your own private resort-like compound, 96,000-gallon lava rock swimming pool with a cascading waterfall and a grotto, a water slide, a hot tub. This is private, it's secure. This is an exclusive oasis. $36,000 rather, is the top bid right now. Congratulations. We're going to see who gets this right now. We can see up, and now we've got a new top bidder at $37,000. So the Mellison family just outbid. Can we scroll down here? Up, and now $38,000. We are watching a battle live. So it's the Tonkins right now, the Mellisons going back and forth, back and forth. There can only be one of you. Someone's going to have to sit at home in Seattle and look at the other couple's Instagram feed when they're at this ridiculously stunning ultimate Hawaii house. So with just over a minute left, right now, our top bid is at $38,000. It looks like got to be $39,000 if you want this. Meanwhile, we're all ready for summer of cocktail parties and backyard gatherings. This package includes everything you need for the perfect summer soiree for 8 people. The team at Duos Catering will take care of your custom catering menu, and then the talented team at Glass Vodka will ensure your night is very memorable. Here is your chance to pair locally distilled vodka with delicious food for 8 in the comfort of your own home or outdoor space. I love Glass Vodka. Ian McNeil, great guy. He founded Glass Vodka. Glass Vodka is actually distilled from grapes, which gives this classic spirit a modern and personal distinction. A really fun package. So meanwhile, on that Hawaii house, I can see the top bid is $41,000. You've got to be $42,000. And can we take a look at number 8 real quick? At number 8, meanwhile, Nadia is in the lead there. You've got to bid $1,300 on this fun party if you want. Amy and Torben, you've been outbid there. So time is running out. Set your max bids, my friends. I am telling you, that is the way to win, is to set a max bid. That is the best way. So as time runs out right now, we're going to close these down. Now again, keep bidding on your phone just in case there's a slight lag, but we are closing these down as quickly as we can. So that was really fun. I want to say thank you so much to all the bidders for making tonight's live auction a success. And of course, thank you to our donors. We couldn't do this without you. Now, before we give away our $100 gift card, we have one more story to share with you tonight. Kindering's work in the Spanish-speaking community has been ongoing for a long time, but services are expanding. So here's Juan, a special educator at Kindering, to tell you about some of the work that he has been doing in the past year to introduce you to our last featured family tonight.
Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Mi nombre es Juan Panchana y trabajo como maestro o profesor aquí en Kindering. Empecé a trabajar aquí en Kindering desde abril del 2005. Es increíble pensar que ya tengo 16 años trabajando aquí. Lo que me ha impactado de la comunidad latina es que son muy conocidos en la comunidad. Voy aquí, voy allá, me conocen. Y la razón es que siempre estoy ayudando a las familias latinas a tener acceso a los servicios de intervención temprana que Kindering ofrece a todas las comunidades. Parte de mi trabajo en Kindering es hablar acerca de los programas que Kindering ofrece a la comunidad latina. Además de difundir información en las oficinas de los pediatras, nosotros usamos Facebook Live y un programa de radio para compartir información de Kindering con nuevas familias que tienen un hijo o una hija que necesita servicios de intervención temprana. Durante esta pandemia, muchas familias han tenido dificultades con acceder a terapias virtuales como usando el programa Zoom. Parte de mi trabajo es crear videos en español para compartir información de cómo bajar la aplicación de Zoom, cómo usar los celulares, las tabletas, para acceder a una reunión virtual y también en cómo acceder a reuniones virtuales con el personal de Kindering. Parte favorita de trabajar con las familias latinas es poder dar la terapia y compartir información de los servicios de intervención temprana en español. Pienso que utilizar mi primer lenguaje me ha ayudado en todos estos años a tener una buena conexión con las familias, transmitir mucha confianza y responder a dudas que las familias tienen acerca del desarrollo del niño o la niña. Y ahora les quiero presentar a una familia que conozco ya hace más de 1 año y medio. Ellos participaron en el programa de Stepping Stone en español y ahora participan en el programa de KVPP y también participan en Kids Clinic. Con ustedes les quiero presentar a Jaime, Amanda y Eva.
Mi nombre es Amanda.
Y mi nombre es Jaime.
Nuestra hija se llama Eva. Nuestra hija fue diagnosticada a cerca de los 2 años de edad con un retraso de lenguaje. También se vieron deficiencias en sus interacciones sociales y también un problema que tuvimos con ella fue su alimentación.
Y es como cuando le preguntamos a la doctora, ella no habla, ella no dice más de 20 palabras. ¿Qué podemos hacer? Es cuando nos dijo, existe un lugar que se llama Kindering, donde ayudan a niños.
Fue muy difícil. Como padres esperamos que nuestros hijos no tengan ningún problema, que todo crezca como debe de ser. Y no fue así con Eva. Pero también al saber que existía Kindering y había un lugar que podría ayudarnos a alcanzar ciertas metas, que estaba dispuestos a ayudar a Eva y a nosotros también como padres para saber cómo acercarnos a ella, cómo poder ayudarla, pues también fue un alivio de saber que había un lugar que podría ayudarnos a nosotros como padres y ayudar a Eva. Y al saber que había un programa en español en el cual Eva podía sentirse un poco más cómoda, bueno, nosotros nos estuvimos encantados de saber que existía ese programa.
El logro que Eva hizo en español no solo fue en español, también le hicieron una evaluación de lenguaje en inglés y llegaron a resultados muy similares tanto en inglés como en español. Y eso nos ayudó, nos ilusionó aún más porque nos da el ejemplo de que ella puede expresarse en los 2 lenguajes de la misma manera.
Un logro que ella con el cual estamos muy contentos fue hace 2 meses. Ella tuvo una evaluación en su lenguaje con Miss Daina y los resultados fueron muy favorables. Eva toma cerca de 20 clases a la semana en promedio y ve de más de 15 personas del staff de Kindering a la semana, lo cual es maravilloso. Le ha ayudado mucho a su interacción social, a pesar de que sea a través de una pantalla.
Es increíble cómo todo el personal se adapta a los retos que nos pone la situación de la pandemia y cómo están haciendo su mejor esfuerzo para vencer esos retos y ayudar a los niños remotamente. Gracias. Creo que en general estamos muy felices con Kindering. Estamos muy agradecidos con el staff porque han apoyado a Eva y nos apoyaron en un momento donde no sabíamos qué hacer. Y creo que es difícil encontrar a alguien que cuando a lo mejor tú necesitas un apoyo, te dé una mano, te ayude y te diga, mira, así como somos, que vamos a salir.
Los sueños que tenemos para Eva, siempre pedimos que ella crezca feliz, sana, fuerte, y es algo que Kindering ha vuelto posible. Estamos muy contentos, gracias.
Well, thank you, Juan and Amanda and Jaime. It's so good to hear about the variety of services that we're supporting across our community. Well, my friends, as promised, it is time for our final giveaway, which means it's time for the Wheel of Fun, which means it's time for fun wheel music. Now, everyone who registered on Greater Giving, you were automatically entered. So we're going to put up the names on the wheel right now. Once more, there it is. I'm sure you can find your name. There you are right there. Fred, I'm sure you see yours. Carl, you everyone see their name? Mackenzie? All right, good. So there you are. Our final prize is a $100 gift certificate to the Heavy Restaurant Group. So again, you could find yourself at Purple Cafe Wine Bar, Barrio, or any of their other restaurants. So everyone ready? This is for the last time. Let's spin the wheel. Here we go. Around and around it goes. Now I know when it slows down, I'm not going to fall for it and get all excited yet because there's a little bit of drama. There's that slow pause and then magic happens. Oh, look at that. That and Lisa, Valerie, thank you. Generous donors, generous bidders. And there you go. Now you get to celebrate your generosity with the Heavy Restaurant Group. Congratulations. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you for bidding. Thank you for donating. Thank you for supporting and celebrating Kindering. If you didn't find the auction item that you wanted, or if you maybe came in second place, don't worry. You're okay. You can still make your 100% tax-deductible donation to the Innovation Fund right now. There are many people and organizations who have come together to make this night possible. So once again, I just want to say thank you to all of you. And of course, thank you to our presenting sponsor, USI Insurance Services. Thank you again to Baird and Symetra and Williams-Kastner. Thank you to the Biela Foundation. And thank you so much to Chown Hardware. Thank you to Grosvenor, Harbor Wholesale Foods, and Wells Fargo. We'd also like to thank Duos Catering and Melisoni and Northup Fundraising and Quisenberry and Associates and Seattle Lives and Tito's Handmade Vodka and the Wide Format Company. So again, thank you to all of our sponsors, and again, thank you to all of you who are giving. My name is Fred Northup Jr. On behalf of the families at Kindering, thank you for your support tonight. Once again, this program is going to archive right here to this same link on YouTube, so you can share this show with your friends and family. You can post it on social media. Of course, you can continue to give as well. When we last checked in on our thermometer, we were at $365,000 with a goal of hitting $400,000. You can help us get there. All right, we're going to end our program with one more note from our evening's event chairs. So good night, everyone, and here's the Staniff family.
Cheers to Kindering! Let's get them all in here, Kaylee. Cheers!
Bye.